If you are offended by this talk, please realize that I am more offended than you are. Please also realize that most people were offended the first time it was suggested that women ought to have the right to vote, or that black slaves ought to be freed. Keep in mind that with every new approach to life, there is first a pervasive denial. Then comes aggression. And finally, acceptance. This talk is not a random reaction, but it is based on profound personal experience and extensive scientific research. I have been a vegetarian for nearly 25 years, a vegan for 15 years, and a raw living vegan for 7 years. I used to feel that I did not have the right to say anything about other people's free choice to eat animals if they wanted to. But now I have a heart-centered obligation to express myself after being silent for nearly 25 years. I think that internally, everyone knows killing animals is not a just practice. But somehow, we have all been led to believe that we need meat, animal protein, to be strong and healthy. I am now 44 years old. I have the strength, flexibility, and stamina of a 20-year-old. I have more than merely survived without eating meat for a quarter of a century, but I am thriving. I too was born and raised in American culture and was instructed to eat meat, and I did eat meat for many years. But fortunately now, I know better. People who eat meat because they are afraid of being unhealthy are only deficient in being informed. If one does some self-investigation, he or she will find that a vegan diet is a far better choice for the overall quality and longevity of a human life. By not doing the essential job of taking care of our bodies, we will personally experience life to be a recession. People do not just randomly get sick. Sickness is achieved with consistent, inappropriate actions. Sickness is manufactured by turning cows, chickens, pigs, and fish into man-made products. There have been more human deaths attributed to eating animal flesh than all the wars in history, all the natural disasters, and all the automobile accidents combined. In the United States alone, around 10 billion animals are slaughtered every year in nearly 6,000 slaughterhouses. The majority of them are kept on factory farms, where the mission is to grow as many animals as possible in the least amount of time and space. So every hour in the U.S., 1 million animals are killed for human consumption. And this does not account for the animals killed in shelters and the animals used and killed in laboratory experiments. Technologically and practically speaking, the practice of meat consumption must end before human beings become extinct. Meat is not something that grows on trees, yet meat is grown by industrial farms for money. Our rainforests are cut down to grow soybeans to use as feed for animals, who in turn pollute our environment in the process. We might want to consider it a good idea to save our trees by stopping to purchase meat, so we can all continue to breathe. Using terms like grow in reference to animals reduces these beings into something that is man-made and has little or no feelings involved in the production process. To raise animals with the intention of killing them later is premeditated murder. It is important to know when one orders meat, he is ordering someone else to kill for him. How can everyone despise Adolf Hitler? For every time our carnivorous nation sits down with plates of slaughtered meat, there is a little Hitler in us, in every bite. The possibility of world peace is impossible by eating from plates full of violence. All my life, I have never seen a cow, pig, chicken, or fish voluntarily ask to be eaten. I am curious to know where the love exactly is in a slaughtered, tied up, basted, battered, baked, broiled, or fried turkey. If a person personally knew what a turkey had to endure to get to their Thanksgiving table, those people with any compassion or empathy at all would certainly say no thanks to this offering. It is natural to love our traditions, and it is also natural to change them when they no longer serve us. We have been gifted with a consciousness to use for the betterment of our lives and for the betterment of future lives. But please do not spend valuable time working for the improvement of how animals are treated in industrial farming. This is like trying to make fecal matter new and improved. It is still fecal matter, and it stinks just the same. The practice of industrial farming needs to stop right now.